welcome to Egypt. The first major thing that you told me last year that I took very much to heart was to always follow your gut. And trust me, my gut has no fucking clue how to do the things that you're telling me to do. I'm not against it. If you know how to write that thing up, I would love that and I'll do it. But that's not anything I know how to do. What I know how to do is to maybe stop trying to claim to the world that I'm trying to help them, which is actually what I'm trying to do and what I would love to do, because then people have all kinds of questions. I don't know, I don't feel like it, and well, how can you prove it? Now I'll stick with Netanyahu. He seems to have his shit together. A whole bunch of more people dying. He'll pull it off. Fuck. Unbelievable shit. I think you know there's no question that on the world scene I would be a much more effective leader of the Jewish people than Netanyahu, or than anybody else. Anyway, you also told me that I should make it transactional. In other words, that's the way the world of money works. That's the way the world operates. Transaction. So taking a page from Pirkei Avos of Kenei Lecha Chaver, I figured that this fundraiser wouldn't be. That was the change that I made. Instead of the whole write-up that I did, at the top I put it, no, listen, just help me, the person, out. Me. Empower me. And there's definitely transactional appreciation therein. Anyway, so that's where my gut is at this point. I don't know what's going to be. Because obviously people don't, for as long as I'm on the edge of desperation, which I am at the moment, for as long as I'm desperate, even though I don't feel desperate, I don't feel it at all. I don't know why, but I don't. I just have bitachon emunah, whatever the hell that thing is. As long as I am mathematically desperate, people don't trust what I have to say. It was right what Trump said. Trump said that, people will trust him because he doesn't need the money. I'm not saying that he's a trustworthy character, but people don't trust the ideological. I gotta tell you, I'm so disappointed with Aish. All the people who knew me, who I would take to the French hospice, who knew that I saved lives, who knew all the things, who knew how real I was, and so few people came through. Anyway, so this is really just to raise $1 million for Moshe Rudner. That's what it is. If you advise wisely, to change it and make it a professional fundraising campaign for ideological, all the things that I've been talking about, fantastic, if that works, if you know how to do that. But to leave it on me, it's like telling me to speak a language that I don't know how to speak. By the way, check out all the police cars there. This place is nuts, I gotta tell you. I literally broke up a fight yesterday with this huge big bully with a whip. This 18-year-old fat asshole with a whip. Literally whipping children, kids who are eating out of the garbage. I physically got in and broke the whole fucking thing up. When he realized that I was recording it, which I wasn't, but he thought I was, he got so deferential. Anyway, my life is pretty fucking fascinating and probably worthwhile for the world, for you, for anybody interested, to see me alive a little bit longer and to see what ends up coming out of this, even if it's just entertainment. But between me and you, I think you have a pretty good guess that if I actually had the resources to reach people, then you wouldn't be risking being blown up by a nuke. But I'm not going to try to sell you on that. Because then you're like, who are you? I don't know. All the things that Moses was afraid that the Jews would tell him, that is what they told him, when he was arguing with God. So I'm not willing to put myself through that shit. That's why I chose the name Yadidya. Yadidya was the name of Solomon, of Shlomo. David screwed with a married man's wife, and therefore God killed his firstborn son. And then when he had another child, he was all worried. So the prophet said, don't worry, God likes him. He's God's friend. And that's it. I'm willing to be Shlomo. Not willing to be Moshe. Not willing to suffer the slings and arrows of a very, very unappreciative nation, of an extremely unappreciative people. I honestly have to tell you, the curse, if there is such magical stuff, the curse weighing upon those who knew me in Aish is extraordinary and will not cease. Again, if such things exist, which do seem to appear to exist to some degree. So it's simply kinei l'cha chaver. If someone is not interested in helping me out when I'm down and out, then obviously they're not really a friend. And if someone is willing, then before I've shown promise, because I haven't shown promise, because my ways thus far have not worked, my ways, my Jesus ways of martyrdom and poverty, they have not worked. So I have not shown promise. But if someone is willing to invest in me, then they absolutely are a friend. The few people who have given me over the course of the years a few $100, literally just a few $100, they are my friends, and I'm in touch with them. People I've never met before, I speak to them all the time. I help them with their issues. I care about them. We're friends. So that's my basic deal. That's my basic deal. Would love to know what you think. Would love to know what you think, and obviously I would love your support. If you can get me out of this current state, I don't know what your finances are, and I don't know even how to discuss such things. But if you can get me out of I'm not going to make assumptions. If you can get me out of this current state, that's why I put up $1 million. $1 million doesn't settle me for life, and I don't intend to go into venture capitalism. I think we can do a lot better as human beings than whatever. It doesn't matter. I may do it anyway. I don't know. Right now, as I said, so long as I'm desperate, there's no way to know. If you can get me out of this, I will be tremendously, eternally grateful. You'd be the first one to do this. So please consider it. And I hope to be a friend and a source of entertainment, and more than that, perhaps even a source of good in the world. All right? Love you. Have a good Shabbos.